It all started with a dream, a spark, a mission, a belief that greatness isn't given, it's earned. 9 seasons of blood, sweat, and sacrifice have led us here to the pinnacle of the Relocation Football League. Welcome to the Relo Bowl.
Intercepted! They're going to go with the fake. Justin Jones, touchdown! Celtic Tigers.
The Celtic Tigers, forged in the fire of international ambition, Dublin's pride, built on dominance, precision, and an unrelenting hunger to prove that across the Atlantic, football roars just as loud. They've conquered the ARC, defied the odds, and now they stand one win away from greatness.
The Dublin Celtic Tigers dominate in the Relo Bowl.
The San Jose Condors, kings of the NRC, a team born from struggle, sculpted by doubt, and fueled by the relentless will to rise. Every setback became fuel, every win a warning. And now they soar higher than ever, one game, one legacy, one championship away. They faced the storms, weathered the wars, and left giants in their wake. Now, on the biggest stage in RFL history, only one will write their name in gold. Celtic Tigers, Condors, 2 Titans, 1 Relo Bowl, 1 shot at eternal glory. This isn't just a game, it's a legacy. It's the Relo Bowl 9. Who will be great? The war for greatness begins now.
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Get that National Football League out of here. It's like the NFL. But anyway, you know what time it is. It is not the Super Bowl. It's the RFL Relo Bowl Championship, and we are finally here. The last game of the season. Season 9 has been absolutely cinema, and it's going to come to a finale here between the best of the ARC and the best of the NRC. Representing the ARC as the #1 seed coming into this matchup at 12-5, they finished their season. The Dublin Celtic Tigers and their opponents from across conference representing the NRC is the San Jose Condors. Big time matchup here. Of course, they don't have no presentation like that. So you already know I had to create my own little designs. And so it's pretty much going to be the visuals from last year. Let's go ahead and break down these two teams. When we look at them on paper, the Condors, despite not having the top record, they were actually the 5th seed coming into this championship game. They are the higher overall rated team at an 87. As for the Celtic Tigers, they come in at an 86. But when we go and get a look at the offense, it's the exact same. 88 overall across the board for both teams, but the difference is the defense. And the Condors defense has been great and just a bit better than the Celtic Tigers. The Celtic Tigers defense ranked 7th in the RFL. The Condors ranked 6th. But one thing for certain, when we look at these two offenses, even though they are equal on paper overall wise, the Celtic Tigers are the #1 offense in the league. As for the Condors, they are the 12th best offense in the league. And when we get a look at this matchup, what's really going to be key is how well will the Condors pass defense play against the against the #2 and top rated offense in passing in the RFL of the Celtic Tigers. Again, we talked about the record. The #1 seeded Celtic Tigers finished their season 12-5, won 2 games to get here, so technically we could say 14-5. And man, what a gauntlet the Condors went through to get here. Let's go ahead and get a look at the road to the Relo Bowl. As we could see, the #1 seed of the ARC being the Celtic Tigers, not having to play in the first round, but in the divisional round, they were able to trounce the Miners by a score of 20-13. Then went on in the ARC championship game to catapult them here tonight in the Relo Bowl, defeating the shocking Cincinnati Hogs 16-13 in a battle straight down to the end. And CT punches their ticket for the 3rd time to the Relo Bowl championship, tying for the most appearances of any team along with the Toronto Thunderbirds, who came in for their 3rd time last season. Looking at the NRC side, the underdog San Jose Condors, talking about this gauntlet. First round, able to beat the Steamers, even though we know the Steamers weren't anything like they were the previous seasons, and just was able to sneak in the playoffs as they won their division. They had the game, and the Condors were able to close it out after trailing 21-0 in a crazy comeback and a final pick 6 from Owen Dunn that won them the game 32-24. Then they went on to take on Coach Forbes and the Diablos. Defensive battle where the Condors came out on top by 2 points, 17-15. And then to get their ticket to the Relo Bowl, they had to face their biggest rival here in the league, and that is the Portland Snowhawks. Snowhawks, I mean, they literally beat the Condors since last season in week 2, and they swept them during the regular season. No team has ever beat a team 3 times in one season, and the Condors proved that to be a fact still, as they were able to knock off the NRC's #1 seed in the Snowhawks 17-13. So that's where we are right now, the road to the Relo Bowl, the Condors and the Celtic Tigers. Let's go ahead and dive a little bit more into these matchups. Before I do that, of course, we know, if you don't know, the Celtic Tigers have won a championship before. That was in season 6. Condors, this is their first Relo Bowl appearance, looking to win theirs. And based on the community, 62% of you guys voted the Celtic Tigers are going to win their 2nd championship here tonight. But of course, that's yet to be seen, and we will find out shortly. But when we go ahead and get a look at the keys to success in this game, the Celtic Tigers, these are the big 3 keys they need to focus on here tonight if they want to get that done. And the big thing, get to Chase McCoy. If you let Chase McCoy have all day in the pocket for the Condors, he's going to give you some problems. Force that pressure like they've been doing all season off those blitzes out of that 3-4 defense. and of course try to force turnovers. We saw a couple teams able to do that to the Condors and Chase McCoy this season, but let's also not forget Chase McCoy actually was the least picked off quarterback in the RFL, only throwing 4 interceptions throughout the entire regular season. 2 he threw in the playoffs in the first round against the Steamers. If this defense can mimic that, then there's a chance with the offense they possess, they can come out on top. Second key to the game for the Celtic Tigers, limit the run game. Condors love to the 1-2 thunder and lightning punch between their 2 running backs. Of course, in Cornell Mickens, their top guy, and their backup rookie out of Oregon, Chris Clark. If they can hold those guys to under 4 yards per carry average and make them one-dimensional, that is definitely going to be key for them. And also, didn't put it in there, but if they can hold them to under 100 yards, that'll be great as well. And the big key to focus on for the Celtic Tigers is what got you here in the first place, and that's just to score. Score at least 2 or more touchdowns, but with that, you got to score at least 21 points in this game. We saw in the conference championship games with both of these teams, they were just able to edge it out to get here, and neither team in both of those games scored even 20 points. I feel if the Celtic Tigers can get at least 21 or more points, then they have a great chance to win this game, and that's from the offense if they can get that done. But after that, the keys, the Celtic Tigers are clear. Let's look at the keys for the Condors coming in this matchup. Big key, just like the key is for the Celtic Tigers, what the Condors want to do is avoid turnovers at all costs. Again, it's great when you got Chase McCoy, who's only thrown 4 interceptions this season. But again, we have seen him throw 2 picks already in the playoffs in 1 game. Cannot afford to do that here tonight. If they can play clean football, that's the way you beat the Celtic Tigers. Second big key, establish the run game. If you can get that 4 yard per carry average, or even if you don't, and you get those meaningful yards and 100 yards on the ground and you're successful, there's a big chance the Condors can get this offense balanced and get this Celtic Tigers defense thrown off and make the offense unpredictable because they don't know what's coming. The run game is very important. They have to establish it. And the biggest key is for, just like the Celtic Tigers do what they've done on offense, the Condors have to do what's got them here with their defense, and that is limit scoring. If they can keep the Celtic Tigers to 20 or less points, and of course they can handle what they have to do on offense, they got a really good shot to win this game. So those are the big keys to this game, and I think we're just about ready for the Relo Bowl to be underway. Let me know, guys, right now in the chat who you guys got winning. And without further ado, it's time for Relo Bowl 9. The RFL Championship starts now. And here we go. The Celtic Tigers on defense first as they kick this one off to the Condors. They'll take this from inside the 5, and a good return to start things out as he'll kick to the 30. And here goes Chase McCoy, quarterback in the first ever RFL draft. And he, again, the least intercepted quarterback, has taken better care of the football than any other. Can he get it done here tonight in his first Relo Bowl appearance? They will start with an RPO, and oh my goodness, the first play is going to be an interception. Celtic Tigers coming out here already checking the list off the defensive keys as Jamori Williams jumps the flat route. Wow, who could have expected this? The very first play of the game. Tried to go with an RPO outrun on a one-hand diving interception thrown, as we will now get a look at the Celtic Tigers leading quarterback. No stranger to the Relo Bowl. He's already won a championship. He wasn't the starter at the time. The greatest of all time, I like to call him, of course, the early GOATs. Drake Crowell has handed off his position, and Justin Jones has taken the Celtic Tigers to the playoffs ever since. This is his moment to try to win his first championship on his own, as the Celtic Tigers start out with a run. And Trey Worsley will get 4 yards. Trey Worsley looking to win his second Relo Bowl championship as well. And they're going to start out with another run, and there goes a good defensive play by the Condors as they are able to shut that run down for a loss of 3 after a 4-yard pickup. Justin Jones in this passing offense going to have to throw something here. We'll see how they fare as Jones pressured, and it's incomplete. 4th down. This is going to be the key moment of the game. How will the Celtic Tigers pass D offense do against the pass defense of the Condors? They may have got the turnover, but they've held them to 3 points. CT on the board first. 3-0 as Tyrus Wiley knocks it through the uprights. Shout out to the Relocation Football League community as well. If you haven't already, you already know what to do. Smash that like button. Relo Bowl 9 officially underway with points on the board as the Condors will get out to the 27. There is an injury here to the rookie backup and Chris Clark. Hopefully they'll be able to get him back. He wasn't even the return man, I believe, on that play. And Chase McCoy looking to put that first play of the game behind him. This crazy pick was made by Namori Williams. They go with a read option, and this is going to catch the Celtic Tigers defense off guard. 22 yards for Chase McCoy, and that's how you get some of that momentum back. You throw a pick, and you catch him with that read option. You cannot sleep on Chase McCoy. This is really a lot of what he used to do in his early days, using his legs as they will run the football, and CT will have him in the backfield for a loss of a yard. Empty set now here for Chase McCoy, 2nd and 11. Going to get rushed by 4, throws over the middle, catches made by Devin Dean. He is blasted, but it will not matter as he holds on and is a yard short of the first down. San Jose looking to keep this drive going. They will motion. Here's a throw, and it is caught but broken up. Well, actually, it's caught, but Tamori Williams has been jumping these flat routes, and he must be doing some extensive film study, because the Condors on those flat routes this season has really caught a lot of defenses off guard that have played back, and those short little passes have gone for bigger gains, and the Condors coming out here aggressive, going for it on 4th and 3. Look at the pass, rush by 4, got a man wide open, and it's a first down for San Jose. There's no better time to risk it all than in the biggest game of the season. And Chase McCoy confident that they'll get it done as they run the ball here in this first down, 2 yards. Already in position to be able to tie this game up. I formation. And they'll get 3 more yards on the carry. They'll need 5 on 3rd down. Shotgun here again for Chase McCoy. They will have Chris Clark back in the game. There's some pressure, checks it down, and it's a first to Antoine Colquitt, the OG tight end who's been with the Condors since their very first season of the RFL. 8 years. And he's finally in the big game, moving the chains. He does that a lot. Another big conversion. Condors looking to try to be the first team to score a touchdown on this drive. Pressure's coming, and down he's going to go for a sack. Wayne Babber has got him for a 6-yard loss. Could not get away. Great pressure up front. 2nd and 16. Here's a motion. Antoine Colquitt will look to get the pass off. Throws, got a man wide open, and that is going to be the first catch for Clark Jaguar. Almost gets all the yardage back. They are a yard short, 15-yard gain. And again, the Condors right here, knocking on the door. Here goes a run, weaving his way through, and it's a 1st and goal for San Jose. Nice balance attack right now going on. Mickens still checked in the gun to the right of McCoy. Trying to roll out. Throws into the flats. Shakir nearly rushes his way in the end zone after hauling in his second catch of the game. They are right at the 1. Looking for the first touchdown. I formation. Trying to run. Great block. And it's a touchdown for San Jose. They'll take the lead. Talked about how important the run game was going to be in this one, and they get a rushing touchdown. Way to respond after an interception thrown. The defense held CT to 3, and they are the first to get through the plane. As this extra point will put them up by 4, and it's good. 7-3. Condors. Don't know what's going on with the cameraman here. Yeah, I don't know why the end zone is just saying Madden, man. I would figure that they would at least put, Teambuilder logos in there. That's crazy. But they'll take this one from in the 5-yard line. Weaves through. As he'll get to the 27, and Justin Jones in the offense will march right back out onto the field. Had great field position to try to score the game's first touchdown themselves. Just could not get it done. Had to settle for 3. Justin Jones throws. He's got Trey Worsley, and Worsley is going to pick up a solid gain of 6. Some audibling going on for Jones as he'll line up in the gun. Steady thrash with a motion back and forth. Manages to get the play off. Here's a throw. Catches. Not going to be hauled in. That is dropped by Damon Mackey. Celtic Tigers are without their star tight end. And Chandler back. So filling in is 75 overall Skeggy Thrash and 71 overall Damon Mackey. Just dropped that pass. Blitz being sent here. Throws on the move. It is going to be caught. And they are going to be short of the first down. Condors defense already stiffening up. They aren't letting anything fly as they get this punt off. Fair catch going to be called, and if they can repeat what they did that last drive, this is going to be huge. Big disadvantage for CT right now, along with missing their tight end. They are also missing their starting defensive end, the rookie out of Miami, Luis Quintana. Chase McCoy will throw this away. Wise decision. The offensive line has been doing a great job giving these quarterbacks time to find open targets. Of course, the one time McCoy did get sacked, looked like some miscommunication up front. Good throw. Catch is made by Kevin Guyton. He'll pick up 5 on the play. CT had a lot of trouble stopping Chase McCoy in this offense on 3rd downs. Can they do it here? They're going to get him for a sack. Wayne Babber in on another. You can just about say that entire defensive line got there so fast, there was nothing McCoy could do. And he really had 4 Tigers at him, but Babber gets to him first. Not a chance. And just getting away with a roughing the kicker there, punter. This return will end at the 37. The offense of the Celtic Tigers has not been able to break through this defense just yet. Again, this is the #1 offense in the RFL. Trying to figure things out. Motion. Damon Mackey, here goes a run. Trey Worsley will be stopped after a 3-yard gain. Good tackle made there by Adrian Dodge. Second and 7, Justin Jones. Again, handing it off, and here goes Worsley, cutting it up, first down. And good thing for CT there. Trying to balance this offense. They don't want to make it all pass. They know that the passing game is their #1 attack offensively. They're trying to keep this defense honest. Here's a throw. And you could just see the Condors have everything covered. They're just forcing Jones to have to take what is there, and that is the end of the first quarter of Relo Bowl 9. The Condors are up 7-3. Looking to try to capture their first Relo Bowl in franchise history. CT with the ball, though. Looking to try to come back. Get your twos up in the chat. Jones will line up in the gun. 2nd and 10. They'll send a blitz. Jones hit as he throws, and he is just not able to find anyone. The coverage has just been that great. That's saying a lot. They got some great receiving weapons. Cam Ruck's in motion. Matt Niani doesn't have a catch. Ross Deerdorf doesn't have a catch. 3-man rush. Here goes Jones going to scramble. And he is short by 2 yards. Question is, are Celtic Tigers going to be aggressive as the Condors were and go for it on this down? And yes, they will. 4th and 2. Under center. Looking to run for it. And they've got it. Unreliable. Trey Worsley will get him down to 35. When in doubt, run it out with 2-8. They will have Jones under center one more time. Just one receiver. And Worsley just able to scoop up a yard there. Ray Franklin, former Clemson Tiger, holding that to a short gain. Back under center this time in the I formation. They're going to call a toss. They do not get the blocks whatsoever. It looked like they were there, but the lineman literally just let him go across his face. And that is a 1-yard loss on the play. Jones hit as he throws again. Nothing there for him. 4th down. This defense is covering. And from the left hash, they'll try a long field goal, 52 yards. Tyrus Wiley knocked one down before. One of the strongest legs in the league. He does it again. There's a flag, though. Is this roughing the kicker? Wow, roughing the kicker. And a 1st down for CT. CT getting bailed out right there. And Justin Jones in the offense gets more plays to try to figure things out. They're pretty much at the red zone right now at the 20-yard line. Jones dropping back, looking to pass, throws, good ball, hits the out route. That's a 7-yard gain. 1st catch for Ross Deerdorf. Phenomenal season by him. He and Matt Niani over 1,000 yards receiving. And they will run. Trey Worsley runs into his own lineman and hits him too hard that he tumbles over. And that's going to be a 2-yard loss as they come out here in the pistol now. Justin Jones throws, got the completion. Trey Worsley fights forward. 1st and goal, Celtic Tigers. Just to bring up the history of Trey Worsley in the Relo Bowl, Celtic Tigers went to the first ever Relo Bowl and lost it. He was injured, never got to play in that game. The last Relo Bowl that they had went to and won in Relo Bowl 6, finally got to play, and Trey Worsley went absolutely bonkers in that game. Looks like he's doing much of the same right now. This is the rookie Euro Winbush trying to get a touchdown in his first championship game, but he will fall short by 3 yards. 2nd and goal, they got Worsley checked in. Worsley will get the handoff to the end zone. He is going to be a yard short. Jacob Reed and others getting there. Can the Celtic Tigers punch it in? They're going to run for it. Worsley is going to be stopped at the 2. just stuck with the run game, hoping they could punch it in, and it's been working, but the Condors stood their ground at the best possible time, and now, going for it once again, is Justin Jones in CT. Looking, throws, catches made, touchdown, Celtic Tigers. It's Cam Rux, wide open. Just spreading out the defense. The defense was lined up in zone, hoping that they could just take away the route because they don't want to play man against the Celtic Tigers, not at all. They've been playing zone all game, and that's what's been taking away most of the reads for Justin Jones. But right there, taking advantage of that zone defense with that stick route. Extra point is up, and the Celtic Tigers, once again, back on top. 16-play drive going 63 yards. All could have been avoided if it was not for the roughing the kicker by San Jose. They're shooting themselves in the foot. We'll see if the offense can get it back and take back the lead. As Chase McCoy marches right back out onto the field. McCoy has got a man open. Tackle's going to be made. That's a solid 5-yard gain on first down. Now 2nd and 5. Back and forth motioning. Here goes a throw, and just able to quickly deliver it in that man-to-man coverage to Devin Dean. Nice read by McCoy. Pulling pressure, throws, got Colquitt for a big first down gain near midfield to the 49. Nice strike. Condors getting it going. The Heat checks it down, got some Celtic Tigers on that one as they'll take them down, and that is going to be another loss on the defensive line for CT. This could hurt the Celtic Tigers. They're going to lose Harmon. Everett Harmon, 74 overall, 31-year-old. The guy is a monster. Here goes a nice run. First down, Cornell Mickens to the 40. Beautiful cut, and they take advantage of the loss on that line immediately, going with the run. And look the pass, underneath drag, and another solid 6-yard gain on first down. That's Price Greer's first catch. He has come alive in this playoffs. He had a lot of big plays for the Condors. And here goes another big-time run for a first down by Cornell Mickens. Thought that play was going to be dead in the backfield, but the explosion after the handoff makes the difference. San Jose on the move. Underneath drag again. Big gain. First down. Talked about those flat routes killing them. Those flats, those drags, they love to throw them. You saw CT on it earlier, but they're starting to loosen up, and San Jose is starting to attack it. They'll send a blitz this time. Here's a throw over the middle. Another solid chunk of yards on first down. That's 6 yards to Colquitt as we've reached the 2-minute warning. Condors looking to take the lead on this drive. DB's in the face of these receivers. Man to man, he'll throw. Catch is going to be made. First and goal. Condors. Devin Dean with a nice catch fired in there by McCoy straight to the gut. And in the flats, it's going to be caught again. Kilo Austin all over that. You're seeing them start to play it because they know those flat and drag routes So this offense, the killer, still tough to cover because you don't want to give up anything big, but you are near the end zone. McCoy, pressure, throws, it is caught at the 1. Big time catch. And here it is. They scored at the 1 last time with a run with Cornell Mickens. Will they give him another attempt? They'll actually look to pass. McCoy throws, and it's going to be caught. Touchdown. Condors caught Jaguar, scoring his first championship touchdown. What a drive by Chase McCoy. Look at that pressure in his face by the big fella and dumps it off right where only Jaguar could get it. And the extra point, it's good. 14, 10, 13 plays, 73 yards by the Condors, leaving only 39 seconds on the board for CT, who does get the ball to start the second half. But what can they do in 39 seconds? We'll find out, as this return will end at the 25. They do have all 3 of their timeouts. Time is now down to 35 seconds. And Justin Jones knows not to test this defense to squeeze in throws if it's not necessary. So they will look to pass. Here's a throw, and oh my goodness! Wide open is Cam Rux to the 45-yard line. First down, and they'll come out in the empty. And Cam Rux starting to cook. That's timeout number 2. Only 3 yards gained on that play. Jones fires. Whoa! Just dropped there by Cam Rux. I don't think he expected the ball to get there that fast. A laser sent by Jones hit him right in his arm. And he was open. Heavy blitz. Here's a throw, and it's broken up. Incomplete. The rookie out of Miami, Jay Hayden, knocking it away. You got to put that on the receiver, though. You got to come back to the football and stand firm. You cannot drift away from a curl route being thrown your direction, because when you drift away, it gives the DB more time to make a play on the ball. And he stood there, tried to catch it, had a better chance to do so. Did not get it done. Here's a run. And that is stuffed. And more likely going to be the end of the first half of this championship game. And boy, what a first half it has been. It has been absolutely competitive, as the San Jose Condors lead in their first championship game over the #1 ARC seeded Celtic Tigers. 14-10 is the score. So going back to those keys, let me bring them up. Let's go ahead and talk about the keys that are either being hit or missed here. Back to the Celtic Tigers, getting pressure to McCoy. They are doing so, but a good amount of the time the Condors have been able to hold up for McCoy in the backfield. They forced a turnover the very first play of the game, but did not take advantage of it, which gets back to key number 3 at the bottom, is to score. They have managed to score a touchdown, though, offensively, which is good. But 10 points out of the 21 needed as a key in this game, 21 or more. And one thing they're not doing is limiting the run game consistently for San Jose. Right now, we are seeing Cornell Mickens do a great job running the football and the offense balancing out, which is one of the keys for the Condors. So what do the Celtic Tigers need to do? These guys simply need to be able to get the offense going, put up more points, and they cannot afford to stall out. We see that they have the ability to move the ball down the field, but this Condors defense, stingy, making things very difficult. Gotta stiffen up on the run game. Again, that's just simply a key they did not check in that first half. And they got the pressure, but they just got to get home, get the sacks, and see if you can force another turnover on Chase McCoy. Get one, most likely from that guy, might not get another. And so the Condors, they're up right now by 4 points. Well, they didn't avoid turnovers at all costs, as the first play of the game was an interception, but the defense, which at the bottom of the keys, did exactly this, and that's limit the scoring, as they did not give up a touchdown after great field position, and they have the Celtic Tigers right now at half the goal of 20 or less points. In this run game, definitely averaging a 4-yard per carry average right now and on pace for 100. We'll see if they can keep that up. That being said, it's about time to get into this second half of football in the Relo Bowl 9 championship game. Based off of what you guys seen, who you guys got being champions at the end of this one? Celtic Tigers or Condors? CT gets the ball. We'll see how this one ends. So the Condors kicking things off. It's a 4-point game. And it will be taken from the 7. And the return will get all the way out to 30. Good one there. Tyreek Fitz. Justin Jones back out onto the field. He's got a touchdown pass in this one. 10 points on the board, but trailing. Needs more. Can he set this tone in this second half? Quick throws, got the completion. Matt Liani, gain of 5. That's a name we have not heard called at all in this game. First time calling in a catch. Pistol formation. We're going to run it. Worsley, not going much of anywhere. Just a 1-yard gain. He tore it up in that first half with the opportunities he was given. But it's the pass game that has to step up here for CT. They need 4 yards. Jones going to motion Worsley out the backfield. He's going to spin his way out, trying to throw away the football. They're going to get him down for a sack as he is met by Kevin Kudon. And the Condors come out with a 3-and-out. He was just about to let it go, but Kudon just getting there. You're seeing key players, Matt Liani getting double covered down the field. They're making this pass offense struggle. You usually don't see that from CT. Get this one out to the 36-yard line. Chase McCoy, a couple of drives he's had. He has led his team down the field and has been able to get 2 scores offensively on the board. There's a run. Good job here by the defense as he'll be wrapped up by Reed Holberg for a 1-yard loss. CT's defense definitely going to have to try to spark up the offense to try to slow down Chase McCoy and his Condors offense. That bubble screen going nowhere as it is blasted immediately for no gain. 3rd and 11. Spin it down has really plagued them. There's a throw over the middle, and it's a little off target. Had a chance to get it there to him. 4th down. CT will get the stop. And he really needed that right there. So they get this punt off. Going to be fielded inside the 20. And down at the 24. So Celtic Tigers right back out onto the field offensively. Skeggy Thrash in motion. There's some play action. Here's a throw, and oh my goodness! Jumped on by Ray Franklin. Down, San Jose. Read that like a book. And Ray Franklin always just seems to come alive for the Condors in the playoffs. I remember this guy got 3 interceptions his first playoff game in 1 game. And here he is in the championship game with a crazy pick 6 that might really separate the Condors in this game. 21 points on the board. That is a huge score. Condors defense getting it done. They'll take this one from about the 5. Oh, good looking return as he'll get to the 34. That's going to be Letarius Batiste on the return, and he's banged up at the end of it. We'll take an injury, timeout. Bunch look here with Justin Jones in the offense. They've got to get this offense going. They got to feed that man right there, number 11. And finally, catch is going to be made, but he's met immediately for a tackle, 4 yards. Second and 6. Just able to get the pass off. Jones hit as he throws, does manage to find Damon Mackey, who fumbles. And right now they are saying Jay Hayden and the Condors have it, but I don't know. It looked like he might have been down first before that was recovered. Yeah, he hit that ground first before that ball came out, but Ray Franklin there again trying to make a play. Franklin won a national championship, the very first national championship in the RFL College Series with Clemson, and there goes the booth review. And you can see that right knee definitely hit the ground first. A few of these injuries that CT had coming in this game definitely coming back to bite them. Of course, missing their star tight end and Chandler back, their star defensive edge rusher. And the Condors right now with a pretty convincing lead at the moment, as that'll be a first down run with Trey Worsley. Jones, heavy blitz throws, and Skeggy Thrash is absolutely wide open. Ray Franklin having to catch him from behind as he'll get to the 35. We're just not seeing this offense be as explosive as it usually is. That's a big explosive play. There's a throw, and he just cannot get it there to Thrash. That was some airtight coverage. He would have had to place that picture perfect over the top. You know he's got the ability, but a small window just misses it. Good throw. There goes Matt Niani. First down. You just got to get 11 the football by any means. There's no defensive back on this roster of San Jose that can stick with 11. We have seen them getting double covered, though, and that's those own defensive plays. You got to find a way to exploit that, and especially in man-to-man coverage. What a cutback. Trey Worsley with a nice 8-yard rush. CT's got a chance to get themselves right back into this game with a touchdown. And right back to him, and messed up on that run there. Had a great sealed block there on the edge. He tried to cut inside instead, and brought down by Aiden Freeman, former West Virginia Mountaineer. Big third down. Motion, quick throw. It's going to be batted up in the air, almost intercepted. Just did not get the ball up enough. Fourth down. And CT will just take the 3 points. And that was wide open too. And they will make it a one-possession ball game once again, but they're going to have to score a touchdown and a 2-point conversion if they want to tie it up. And this defense has to shake themselves up. The Condors offense has just been great, to be honest. And they are moving the football. Chase McCoy still is comfortable. Again, those keys for CT showing why they were needed and why they need to be followed by the Celtic Tigers, because McCoy, he gets in the groove, man. It's going to be tough as they hand this one off to their rookie back, Clark, for 3 yards. I formation. They're going to go with some play action. Here's a throw, and that is going to be wrapped up immediately after it's caught for a 1-yard loss. 3rd and 8. They're going an empty set here. McCoy fires. It's going to be caught for first down by Kevin Guyton. Well placed by McCoy. And again, just McCoy showing that veteran presence. Finally getting to the big game, and he's delivered. It's a huge 3rd down conversion. They will run it. Big gain here. First down, Cornell Nickens. Shotgun again for McCoy. They will hand this one off, and Chris Clark trying to put a little wiggle on. That did not fake out Jamie DeSalis at all. Former Florida Gator was able to bring him down for just a 1-yard gain. 3rd and 9. Wide open, Devin Dean, first down. Chase McCoy at the 26-yard line. Again, marching this offense down the field, and Dean with another clutch grab with the tight coverage. 6 yards. Killing the time and looking like they're going to add more points on the board as well. Throw, and it is caught for a first down. Clark Jaguar at the 13. McCoy just dissecting this defense. Another quick throw. It is still caught by Jaguar on Mahmoud Ajalani. Five-yard gain. This is not going to be a snap, and this is it, guys. The 4th and final quarter of Relo Bowl 9. The Celtic Tigers trailing by 8. The Condors lead at 21-13. Put your 4s up in the chat. Condors looking to make history, winning their first Relo Bowl in franchise history. As they'll come out here in the gun. Quick throw into the flats, get some key blocks, and nearly enough for the touchdown. Falls just short at the 1. And here we go. 1st and 10. Chase McCoy throws out the back of the end zone. Another touchdown will be deadly for CT. And down here, I think I'd run it. Their D-line is definitely beat in. And a wide open Devin Dean for the touchdown will extend their lead. Wow. Chase McCoy might have just sealed his legacy right there as a future Hall of Famer. And trying to swat it. Extra point is good. And we now have the biggest lead of the game. 15 points San Jose leads by. We'll take this from inside the 10. And Winbush will get to the 31 as Justin Jones tries to figure things out. Still plenty of time in this game, in this final quarter. They've got to get something going now. Trey Worsley has been their real bright spot. There's going to be an injury here. An offensive lineman, Trey Trong. And that's a tough loss there up front. This defensive pass rush already a legit unit. Kevin Kudon, Aiden Freeman, Tate Devine, the rookie outside linebacker rushing off the edge here. There's a throw. Scott Skeggy Thrash for a first down. Linebackers in the A-gaps. Still going to run it. And Trey Woolsey is still going to rip off a solid gain of 9. This guy, man, he shows up to a Relo Bowl. He's ready to ball. Could very well be the last one you see him in. He's giving it everything he's got right now to get this offense going. There's a first down catch by Skeggy Thrash, and Justin Jones starting to piece it together. Try to run it. Worsley going nowhere on that carry. A loss of a yard. Bunch look here on 2nd and 11. Jones throws it away. Nothing there for him. Could not escape. Probably could have hit that drag that was open underneath. The pass rush kind of got him uneasy. Pass coverage has been tight. I don't think he saw it. There's a shot to the end zone. But just could not get it over the top. And so they're going to have to settle for a field goal, which is makeable with the kicker they have. Not easy, though. 55-yarder from Tyrus Wiley is good. Still a 2-possession ball game. Now they don't have to worry about trying to go for a 2-point conversion, but this defense has to step up. (28-16). We'll get to the 27 and Chase McCoy. What a game here, finally playing in a Relo Bowl championship. He's got 2 passing touchdowns and is on the brink of being the first quarterback to lead this franchise to their first championship. Remember, he was picked up as their first quarterback in the first ever RFL draft. Wasn't even drafted in the first round. He was drafted in the second. Big-time quarterback coming out of Tennessee. What a run. And that is going to be a 9-yard gain for Mickens. Second and 1. They got to try to shut this run game down. And oh my goodness, what a wall built by the line of San Jose. And you don't see a toss ran that great. And didn't get a lot of yards, but moved the chains. Really, all the linemen was out there just washing the defense down. Pressure's coming. McCoy's got to throw this away. And he's just done an excellent job of that. He sees the heat's coming. He's not holding on to the ball too long. He's looking for the longest possible time for an open target. It's not there. Get rid of it. Throw, catch is made, and it's a first down and in from stiff arm still going. As Devin Dean is able to take advantage of the linebacker matchup. And man, Jamie DeSalis could not get a hand on the ball there. He just let him catch the ball and just outran him. It's a bad job there by the young linebacker. They're just about in field goal range as well. Chase McCoy throws. It is broken up, incomplete, big hit. It's Joseph McCrary is able to get to him. We're just about at 8.5 minutes left to go in this Relo Bowl championship game. Condors with a great lead so far. Throws underneath. And it is going to be a nice solid gain of 6 yards. Chase McCoy back in the gun. They're just killing this clock. Got some heat, and he is going to get sacked by Michael Frier. 4th down. That is huge for CT as they will keep this a 2-possession game, holding them to 3. This offense has got to score. So back to a 15-point game more than likely as this field goal goes through the uprights. 31-16 Condors. Defense finally got that pressure there. They've gotten McCoy 3 times tonight. And Winbush gets to the 28, and at this point there's no offensive drives left to waste. They have to score. No field goals. They need touchdowns. Justin Jones fires, and it is going to be caught by Matt Niani in heavy traffic. This is why you throw him the rock. Wow. What a laser. What a catch. 1st down to midfield. They'll motion him over. Justin Jones again. He's got an incomplete pass. Cam Rux has been great for catching everything just about thrown his way this season, but just could not hold on to that one. It's good defense. Jones trying to scramble, and they're going to count that as a sack. 3rd and 10. Good pass rush that time, good coverage. Jones fires, got a man, Skeggy Thrash, 1st down. CT is marching. They need a touchdown. No field goals. And this has just been what they've been missing throughout this game. It's that explosion in the pass game. Finally waking up, but is it too late for CT? With the pass, there's a throw. It is somehow still caught by Ross Steerdorf. 1st down at the 13. How did he catch that? What a ball. Motion. They're going to run it. Trey Worsley still getting it done on the ground, but they don't want to do too much of that. Time is winding down, closing in on 4 minutes. 2nd and 5. And they're going to run it again. I don't know about these decisions here. Have not been the best. So this defense is great in takeaways, ranked 4th in the RFL. Got 1 today. We're under 4 minutes. CT calling run plays. Hoping to catch San Jose off guard. That did not work whatsoever. Here's a throw to the end zone. It's going to be dropped. And they have 1 shot to try to get a 1st or a touchdown. They don't get it here. It's game over more than likely. Jones trying to squeeze it into Rux. And the defense breaks it up as Jacob Reed knocks it loose. And that might have just done it. Chase McCoy about to win his 1st Relo Bowl championship. The Condors playing outstanding here tonight putting up 31 points. CT, I mean, they're just about going to have to just use all of their timeouts as soon as they can. They're not using them. You can expect a bunch of run plays here from San Jose. And they will shut it down. One more play. And they're going to more than likely look to pass. Not going to play it too conservative, I think. Yep, they're going to look to throw. Chase McCoy trying to throw the dagger. And that more than likely is it right there. Big time first down. CT just could not stop those plays right there. Handoff. Bounce to the outside. First down run by Mickens. And they've already burnt the timeout. Under 2 minutes to go in this Relo Bowl championship game. And the Condors, man, and these guys got to be amped up on this sideline. Their first championship appearance. Getting it done against a perennial team who's been here more times than any other team other than the T-Birds. Here goes their final timeout. And they're still going to look to pass here. If I were the Condors, I'd probably just run it. They got no timeouts left and punt it. First down definitely going to put it away, but going to keep it in the hands of McCoy, and he is sacked. Brought down. CT going to be able to get the ball, but just realistically not a chance of any type of comeback at this point. Unless a miracle absolutely happens. Especially against this pass defense, they've been the real deal. Minute and 1 second left. Celtic Tigers on that last possession had a chance to make it a much higher chance to try to come back. Couldn't get it done. The only thing they can hope for is to try to score as quickly as possible. Here was a completion. Good job getting out of bounds by Trey Worsley. 56 seconds now left. Heavy blitz, good shot block. Justin Jones fires. It's intercepted. What a play by Jay Hayden. And that's your ball game. Two picks by the Condors. Jay Hayden had himself a remarkable game. The secondary, remarkable game. And look at him. He's sticking with him every step of the way. And the Rook taking home a Relo Bowl championship pick in a ring. CT's going to end up just like the Thunderbirds. May have the most appearances, but they are 33% in the championship, as they have only won 1 out of 3 appearances. As for the Condors, history is made. They're going to win their first ever Relo Bowl championship. Who would have ever thought that Chase McCoy and the Condors would get it done? There it is. We now have our new Relo Bowl champions, the San Jose Condors. Take down Justin Jones in the Celtic Tigers. Final score, 31-16. Wow. McCoy has done it. You can see the team rallying around him. A championship has finally been won, and Jones, for the first time, able to lead his team to the Relo Bowl. Just couldn't get it done. And that championship celebration, I'm not going to lie, that was it. That was trash. We don't even get a Relo Bowl trophy? What? I've never seen the championships of it. That is awful. We better have better presentation than that, EA, on Madden 26. That was trash. Didn't even see him hold a trophy up. Are you serious? Wow. Should have checked that out, I guess, before the Relo Bowl. That definitely was a downer. But that is it. New champions, Condors, etch them in the history books. Chase McCoy, a champion. And I appreciate all you guys here. I know the numbers were down based on what they could have been, but who would have thought that OKC would have let that NBA championship game get all the way to Game 7? Should have had a free Sunday for you guys to tune in, but still had some good numbers here in this Relo Bowl. Appreciate you guys coming through. Make sure you guys hit that like button. If you are here, put League First in the chat. Let's also get hashtag Condors as they win their first championship here, man. What a season it was. Season 9 in the books. You know what to get ready for. Get ready for the college series. Get ready for more off-season moves of the RFL. A lot's going down. You want to make sure you're tuned in. That's it for me. It's your boy Smitty, RFL Commissioner and play-by-play commentator. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the stats. And I will see you guys next time. Peace.